We're back. Okay, then. Oh, log entry. Got cycle 1500. I wonder if my rat ever made it onto the asteroid. I hope they're eating well. Oh, okay. It seems that that we have some important questions. Right, now with all of that done, I think we can at this stage just strip this out. I think we're ready. So let's go ahead and strip it out then. Tonk. All the way down and all the way down. Let's get those done. And let's get the power hooked up where we can. Oh no, I haven't done the power. That was bad of me then. Every time I try to pull this down, I notice something else I haven't done. It is most vexing. There we go. I also need to strip away the power down here as well. That can be pulled out. Yeah. Oh no. I'm never going to be able to pick these things up. Oh, that's awful. How terrible. And if I make... Well, I guess I could make the ladder... Well, actually, no, the ladder will be fine. Assuming that sandstone doesn't melt at like 200 degrees, which I can only assume it does not. We can do this. We can safely do this. And people can have to go up there every now and then to clear it up. It's fine. It's okay. We'll make it through. Tunk. There we are. We've now got full power. So all of the things over here can now be stripped out. Same over here. New printables. More steel? Oh, I approve. Another 100 kilos of steel. That's another bunker tile. Right down in there. Oh, man, I really regret that the whole thing with the music issues with Death Stranding happened when they did, because I kept those VODs in their raw format. So we're talking terabytes of video footage for so long. I kept it for so long on my hard drive until I had to get rid of it. I literally had no other option. And then I finally got a relatively concrete answer. I mean, they're never complete, yeses or nos with that sort of thing. But I got a fairly concrete answer that, yeah, no, that should be okay. We can't tell you that it would never happen, that this would be a problem for you, but it should be all right. Worst things that'll happen on YouTube is generally that they'll take the ad money, and for the odd music playing at a crucial cinematic scene, I would be completely okay with that. Even if it was like several videos and they were like, yeah, we're going to take all the money from this. The music only played for like a minute, but out of this hour-long video, but we're going to take all the money. I was like, well, that's fine, as long as it keeps the feel of the experience intact. I don't mind. And then. Actually, we have got an impact event happening, so that's just as well. I do need some more of these on this set. But then, it was all, okay, well, we've got this sorted now. It shouldn't be a problem, blah, blah, blah. And promptly following that, the Twitch DMCA thing happened. And it was like, okay, so, even if I wanted to stream around here, I'd now need to delete it. Ironically, of the two platforms, and now YouTube is the more permissible one. It's like... swings and roundabouts, really is. Death Stranding is an integral part of the experience. The music is an integral part of that experience, in my opinion. It's absolutely necessary. You cannot not have it. Yeah. I'm really liking this little system we've got over here, actually. Really liking it. Well, actually, I don't need to do that, because they'll be able to build it from the top. As long as they can walk up there, they can do it. So all I need to do is dig that part out. Thwomp. Now, get to work. Clear this out. so that the robo miners can start grabbing everything else. Oh, that one is getting overheat damage. Drat. It's 292. That's a shame. Okay, well, occasionally we're going to have to fix it, I suppose, but... let's try and dig through here as quickly as we can. Yeah, both of these are now taking overheat damage. They weren't cooled down enough, I guess. Oh! You're not sending enough gas up, which is the problem. Scallywags. What's the gas pressure like down here? Okay, so we've stripped out enough of the gas there to cause an issue. Alright. That is now a big issue for us. That is now actually a significant issue for us. That's the reason why those were taking overheat damage, because when these gas pumps are able to pull enough gas out, then everything is all hunky-dory, but yeah. Problems. What would be the best place to grab it from, though? I mean, I could just pull it from up here. There's a lot there. Sure. We'll do that. Ultimately, we will get a better solution in that we will have... You know what? Oh, well, that one is usually not going to activate. But ultimately, we will get a better solution in the form of building a system that will draw the gas across from another SPOM, because we are going to have excess oxygen. The next SPOM that I build is going to be a very large construction. It's going to overproduce oxygen, specifically for the reason that, I mean, a SPOM is, for all intents and purposes, self-running, and we are not ever going to be short of water to put into a self-powering oxygen maker. The hydrogen will always have a use. It's always nice to have it. And, yeah, so that is the way that we're going to be going with that as soon as we can. But for now, I do need to make this a reasonably high priority, because we need to get that the enough gas moving through here to take care of it. That was the weirdest path I've ever seen that someone take. But yeah, these are going to break, which means we need to now deliver 20 kilos of steel to repair it. It is better to completely deconstruct it than to deliver steel to it, because if you deliver steel, it'll still be as hot. So unless you're actively cooling it down the whole time, that's not gonna help. And this one's gonna need to be deconstructed as well, unfortunately. Now, that one can clear this area, which is fine. So let's get you built. Back in there. Oh, you just delivered the bloody steel, didn't you? I bet you did. Let's turn off repair. Disable auto repair. There we go. That is such a funny route to take. I approve of it. On a spiritual level, I find that route marvelous. But let's get all of this sorted. Now, with that, let's run this all the way across. And grab the power wire as well. All the way across. Like so. Aavak, have you heard of a game called Other Side? And any plans to play it? Yes. Yes, I do have plans to play it. And yes, I have played it, in fact. I haven't put it up on the channel, but it is a really good game. Well done, Bilal. Getting to character today. Swinging your sweepy song. I approve. Okay. I was about to say, what on earth are you doing? This should be fine. Once that is built, it should strip all of that down, which will be a problem, because whoever's on that side will then be stuck, but yeah. It's just a thing. There we go. But this, as a system, is working quite well. Oh, and we are now... Oh, my lord. We're now stockpiling the natural gas again. This is marvelous. I think our power problems have legitimately been solved. Oh, one thing that hasn't been solved, though, is I have not been taking care of the heat generation. Yikes, let's get that sorted, eh? I think that would probably be a wise move. Right, let's get that flowing. And indeed, let's strip that out all the way down there. All of this, all the way across. Let's get all of that out of there. Please and indeed, thank you. That needs to happen quickly because I got super distracted at an awful time. Aavak, so sorry to say hi and run, but I am very tired. Thank you for the years of entertainment and wisdom. Thank you, sir. Oh, that's such a sweet thing to say. Diolch. Sleep well, mate. Right, as soon as we get that on the move again, then we should be okay. There we are. We are actually now feeding into the system. Good, good, good. Which means we can now strip this out of the system. Also good. Which means we can now run this across. Like so. Extra good. Oh, really? I feel you've been dumb intentionally. Yes, that dropped a bunch of petroleum. Damn it. Okay, mop that up then. As a high priority, please. Let's run that up. We want to remove this from over here. But not this one. We want to keep that so that we can get the liquids moving. Oh, the liquids moving up correctly. There we go. And this is now all draining out, which is fantastic because we've got more than enough room to put it in. Now, the thing back here is we want the same settings that are here, 30 and 10. Copy these settings and apply it to these, both of them. Now, I want both of them to be hooked up to this. Like so. That way, this won't inject anything new until... Well, actually, let's cancel that for now. Just bring it across the same tile, then I'll hook it up later. That should be a bit better. We're not going to need the power running down here either now, though. So let's have a look at that overlay. Not going to need these there at all. Strip those out. I could add another bank of batteries up here, honestly, just for the extra power. That wouldn't be a bad move. Once the system is connected, we should be cooking with power once again. There we are. Alright, so we're now removing liquid from the system. This will eventually completely drain, and then I can move these pipes across a bit. I'm just going to get rid of these. Preempt that problem. Actually, we don't want to get rid of this one. What we want to do is hook that one up eventually and move all of this through and up there. It's gonna be messy, but in here I can afford for that to happen. It's not going to be as big of an issue. So right now I just need as much of this to drain out of the system as I can. That being said, what I will do is I'm briefly going to deconstruct this, just so that this liquid can properly exit. I need the system to empty out first before I do anything else. So that will start to back up. Now that I've removed that, the smelters will continue to get material added to them, which is very much a good thing. There we go. That will clear out. And soon enough, I can just hook this up, like right there. Now I can strip this away. This is going to be so much cleaner in here as a consequence of this. Oh, I'm going to be so happy with that. Continue to bring that through. I'm going to disable this building. I can't. Well, that's annoying. Okay, well, I'm going to deconstruct it then for the time being. In fact, if I do that, then I can have that building closer to the input, which would be a little bit nicer for me, actually. Talking about keeping things clean. Yeah, I think that would actually be a lot better. So we'll bring up the petroleum into here. We'll just go through a little connection. We'll have to have a little dip to the side, but that should be fine. The main thing here is just to let this empty out, and it's almost done its job. Once that's done, I can just hook this up. It should be good. Oh, really? Why does that look awful? Just deconstruct that, because it will annoy me otherwise. Okay, we're good to go. Deconstruct as a 9 now. Also going to need to deconstruct this one as a 9, because otherwise they're going to connect in weird ways. There we go. Ah, marvelous. Right, okay. So, with that done, I can hook that up, deconstruct this in its entirety. Oh, we're finally getting there, peeps. We'll make these 8s, just so we get it done nice and fast. Don't need the automation wire there either. I'm actually really happy. We're getting to a point now where, in the future, when I build a system like this, I've got so much knowledge on how to do it well that I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem with getting this sorted from now on. Now, I've got to wait for this to fully empty, but it shouldn't take us too long. Eventually, it'll all be in these two. And once that's done, I can hook up the rest of the system. Can we go until then? Can we last until then? Sort of. I think we can. I think we can. There's too many machines for my brain to handle. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. It's perfect. It's perfectly fine. Right, now that we've done that, we can do a quick mop command. Get all that petroleum out of the way. There we go. Okay, we're starting to get there now. Arboricum, please, because eventually I want to set up an orchard. Look at the back up there. There was a time when that wouldn't last us for very long. That time is long gone, I am very pleased to say. Connect those. There we are. These should start opening. There we are. Glorious and perfect. Now, my dupes will need to go up there to grab this stuff themselves, but that's fine. They can take care of that one, I think. Otherwise, we're okay. Right, let's have a look in here. Critter count, 75. If I only count eggs, 27. So 48 critters, 27 eggs. Marvelous. I approve. Hopefully they're all relatively happy. They're probably not. There's 6 of them are starving. Now there are only 4. Well, well, I mean, you know, it's going back and forth. They shouldn't be starving them. We're actually feeding them constantly. Interestingly enough, what is there? There are 8 shovel eggs on the center. Why? Why are there so many shovel eggs on top of the center? Okay, you know what? I'm going to put this up to 200. If it's below 200 kilos, add more regolith. Keep feeding my lovelies. I mean, I could use a critter feeder, and I could use an auto sweeper to deliver to that critter feeder, but I'd need to make the critter feeder out of steel. That being said, you know what? Right now, I'm just basically opening the chute whenever I need it. But the eggs do sometimes cause me issues. We can make this system better, you know. It can be done. It's true. It's true. We could have this instead be a conveyor receptacle. So it would accept stuff into it. And then just hold on to it. And then the only thing is this will pick up anything, but it should be on like a priority 1, I guess. Whereas the critter feeder could be on a much higher priority. It's definitely a thing we can do. I mean, it's a heck of a way to use your steel, but I guess it's not bad. If we popped it in here, or just beside it even. Do away with the chute. Get some obsidian. Actually, you know what? I want the critter feeder over there instead. Let's move it further away. That way, most of the shovels will hang out over there. I also want to... Can I disable the... I can't disable the notification. There's no hook up to that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of something there. Just behind it. Purely to prevent that from showing that error all the time. There we go. And now I want a shipping container, and that will have to be steel as well. And there. It will also have to be powered. One of the things I'm really, really liking the look of in... Oh, that one doesn't need power, does it? Oh, okay. One of the things I'm really liking the look of in the alpha of the new DLC is all of the things that now need to be powered to do anything at all that didn't need to do to be powered before, and you could just basically just cheekily do it. Like a refrigerator, you didn't need to power it. For it to store things. You could, I mean, it wouldn't keep them cold, but you could still put things in it if it was unpowered. Now, if it's not powered, you can't put anything into it. I can only assume that the same sort of thing is going to be the case of, is going to be the case for things like the incubators and the likes. So to use them, you have to give them power. No cheeky ways around it anymore. I kind of like that. Ultra like it, in fact. Right, I don't want much in this. 10 kilos at a time, please, and thank you. I would like this to have a priority of 2. I don't want manual use. I can't prevent it. If I put it on a 2, then people should never realistically deliver to it. So that should be fine. Don't manual use this. There should be a 1. Yeah, this can be a 2. Well, actually, if that's the case, they're never going to... Yeah, they'll never put this into there because that is a higher priority, so it'll hold on to it. There we go. This is what we needed to see happen. Now, I deeply need this here, but I can't put it there. Which makes me sad. So I'm going to first put it here, and then I'm going to put it there. Or I may lose some of the eggs, unfortunately. But there we go. That's going to work. Sweepies are being buffed over there in their little chambers. Well done, Sweepies. Alright, I'm relatively happy with what we've got. And now I can deconstruct this. We will see if this is 100%. I think it'll be 100%, everyone. There's no reason for it not to be, actually. I mean, it's not going to work when there's stuff... when the doors are closed. Or the brief period of time after. But it should work, generally. Even things like the oxygen cleaner cost power. Yeah. No, everything does, and it's so good. I approve so much. Could we perhaps get all of this out of there? Where's that leaking down from? Oh. Yes. I need that out of the way so that vent doesn't back up. Because that'll be a problem for me if it does. I know, it sucks. It's a horrible job, but someone's got to do it, and that someone's going to be you. Well done. Well done, dupes. just need to get just the way down here. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. There we go. That actually should be enough, generally speaking. So I'm going to keep them going. It's going to continue to leak. And there's nothing I can do with it. Eventually, this is going to be completely exposed to space. And, well, I guess there is something I could do, and that is I could just quickly build this. I'd let a little in, but generally speaking, that should be fine. It just got a little bit too much pressure. There was too much liquid up there, basically. Right, let's have a look at this pump. Yeah, that's a lot better than it was. What I could do is I could actually have some gas reservoirs up here, just to store gas for time, so that there's always enough to keep these things cool. Because generally speaking, this works well. Right, let's have a look at you. Scan quality 100%. Perfect. All right. It is indeed now time for us to start work on the next. The next shall live over here. So we're going to want... Well, we're kind of going to want to build up from the bottom, really, but... It needs to be an obsidian case to prevent shut voles. Other than that, largely it doesn't need to be too much of anything, but the obsidian case is going to be a requirement initially. Now this is going to be right on the edge, so once this casing is done, I want this made of obsidian as well, just to prevent shovels once again. Let's get all of that cleared out as quickly as we can. Because I want to get the telescope up, because that's the next step in getting us to space. We need the telescope so we can start searching the planet. The fact that we're already filling this up. How many of these am I going to need? I'm starting to think that maybe I'm going to just need an endless supply of these. Or I'm going to have to find another use for natural gas. Probably the latter, if I'm honest. More than likely, we're going to need to just find another use for natural gas. But for the time being, having a massive excess of storage is certainly not something I disagree with. Brother Frenchie, thank you very much for the Prime sub there, mate. Diolch yn fawr. Oh my god, I caught an Aavak stream. Our deep is great. Grunt, thanks. Welcome to the stream, mate. Glad you were able to catch it. Also, the automatic dispensers need power. If you don't have power in them, they don't work. That's another amazing thing as well. Truly, I just really like it that you can't just glitch the system as aggressively as you could before. You still can a little bit, but you know, it's not quite as egregious. Right, at this stage, I'm going to have to start powering the next set of robo-miners with a different power source. So, let's preempt this by building down here a wee setup. Let's get that across and start building this out. Because once again, we're going to need all of this to come up. We'll worry about that should I need to. And we're going to want to go up, well, wherever really around here will do. I guess I could just come straight there and move along. We're going to need to power the robo-miners and the telescope itself, but I might be able to squeeze in a couple more of the doors without. I can squeeze in one more door, actually. One more bunker door. Let's go ahead and pop that down. Right there. Now, the wires, I'm going to want to be separated. Sorry, I'm going to want the wires connected. The whole network should be hooked up with the asteroids. So it doesn't matter which scanner finds it, because the scanners will detect things independently based on their quality. The better the network scan quality is, the sooner it will detect the potential threat and act on it. So with like 0 quality, then you could have a detection of anything from 1 second before it happens to 200 seconds before it happens. And there's a certain amount of seconds that are required to close the door. So that's why you want a high quality. But as their quality increases, it reduces the margin to favor the earlier detection. So it'll be closer to 200 seconds than it is to 1 second away. However, there is still randomness within that. Until you get like to ridiculously high levels of quality, in which case it's always 200 seconds. But each scanner independently might discover the threat earlier or later. So having them all connected means that whichever one discovers it earlier will take precedence and will close all the doors. But this system does seem to be doing quite well, and the sweepies are just going to keep doing their work for forever and keep us going. It's going to be grand. Right, with that done, we're going to want drywall all the way in here. There we are. We're going to want a vent made of the same stuff. It'll be steel, and we're going to continue using steel simply because if we don't, there is a small chance that this gets very, very nasty. There we are. Now I could just have that vent branch across, and I see no particular reason not to. Just have it go all the way, and then up there as well. Once all of that's done, we can seal it off. But I do believe, yeah, 1 second warning. Look out, 8. Never mind. Pretty much. Drywall, known for its airtight qualities. Well, actually, these areas aren't airtight, and that's fine. It's meant to leak gas. That's the whole point. This whole area is leaky. It's just like, yes, realistically, it's leaking in one direction, and that's the direction without the drywall. But it does do its job reasonably well. Okay, so with that done then, let's go ahead and take care of the next Stream Raiders battle.